Well, much of southeast Michigan is digging out this afternoon from yesterday's winter storm, and the effects are causing some big problems in some areas. Thank you for joining us for Local 4 News at noon. I'm Evrod Cassamy. One of the hardest hit areas is in Monroe. Ice jams near the River Raisin this morning led to several drivers having to be rescued from their cars, and this is all because of the flooding that you're seeing here. Let's get right out to our Sean Lay, who joins us now live with a look at where things stand this afternoon, clearly standing right in the middle of it all.
Well, we got in the water, Everett, here on Michigan, right at Elm, to give everyone an idea of what people had to deal with this morning when they woke up, saw all this water, and then went to their cars here. These are absolutely iced in, encased in. This one is one of the more shallow ones. A Camaro right behind me, much deeper, and then one back there. Several tow trucks coming in and getting these cars out of here. What we want to do is also show you a rescue that took place here earlier this morning around 7:30 as well. Again, Michigan and Elm, those ice blocks you talked about, absolutely sending the River Raisin right up Michigan Avenue and right up Elm, and it is starting to freeze over. A woman was trapped in her car, and firefighters had to use a ladder to get her out of her car. People are saying that why couldn't she walk out of her car? Well, I got in the water about 10 minutes ago. It's a lot deeper than you think, and it's also sitting here. It's like standing water, and it's starting to freeze. It's absolutely very difficult to walk through this water. All right, so catch my breath. We've been talking to people up and down the street. A young couple up there had their car pulled out. They're taking water out of it. Just a miserable job. They hope that they're not going to lose their car because the young man had to get to work. He can't get to work, and he needs his car to get to work. So that's what folks are dealing with here. Again, River Raisin coming up this way from Elm here in Monroe, starting to freeze over. So this is going to be a very difficult process to get the rest of these cars out of here. People hoping their cars are not ruined. Also, the officials here are saying the River Raisin should crest right about now. Also talked to somebody who was trying to get through here with a rake to try to get a drain opened. The drain was open. This water is not going anywhere. It's just sitting here and freezing. Everett, much more on this coming up at 4, 5, and 6 as we talk to people dealing with this. Just miserable to deal with on a Friday morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Miserable to deal with. It's cold. It's going to cause a lot of damage, and it doesn't look clean either. Sean, thank you. Let's get on over to meteorologist Brandon Roof for a look at where things stand now as far as this winter weather alert is concerned and where we can expect to go for the rest of the day, Brandon.
Because of the situation down in Monroe County and now a new wind advisory, our winter weather alert continues here. A lot of dangerous cold from the wind and the cold itself creating more of the flood problem. There's nowhere for the water to go, to sink in, to absorb. And so it runs anywhere and everywhere and then freezes. So turn around, don't drown. That's the National Weather Service slogan, and it applies certainly even in the winter. That flood warning actually goes through Saturday night now, an extension. Our wind advisory starts later tonight and goes through 8 a.m. So we will have gusty winds coming tonight. We have teens out there now, 20 gross eel, but most of us in the teens, those winds are shifting from the northwest to the southwest, and wind chills are in the single digits if you're heading out. 25, our high today. We're already kind of seeing the increase in clouds. Winter blast begins tonight in Royal Oak and looking pretty good for most of the weekend. We do have a little snowmaker with the wind coming in later tonight, I think after 8 or 9 p.m. Snow showers, 35 to 45 mile-an-hour winds. We'll take a look at snow totals from Thursday's storm and what to expect later tonight, Evrod, coming up. In the meantime, you can hold the camera of your phone right up to that box in the middle of the screen, a QR code, and it'll sync you right to the Local Forecasters app, your absolute best weapon and tool for our crazy shifts in the weather. It's free, Evrod.
Actually, I'm going to take it from here, Brandon. Gotta do the traffic today because it's been so terrible. But good news, guys, if you were watching this morning, the maps definitely did not look like this. And now we've got plenty of green arrows on our maps. Earlier this morning, it was red, orange, all the colors you don't want to see when you're heading out on the roads. But we're looking much better right now. Just a couple of problems to get around. I'll start with I-275. We've got an accident here on the southbound lanes just past I-94. Your left shoulder is blocked through that area, but not seeing much of a delay. And then also another accident to get around over on the southbound Southfield Freeway. That ramp to I-96, that's partially blocked because of an accident there. Let's take a closer look at the roads right now with our MDOT cameras, giving you a view of I-94 right at East Grand Boulevard. And man, this shot looks so much better than it did earlier this morning as well. We can see pavement now. Traffic volumes are moving. Traffic volumes are still light, but traffic is moving along just fine at this time. Evrod.
Never been more excited to see pavement. And take a look, you can see pavement here as well. This is 275 from early this afternoon. Drivers managing the road conditions there. Obviously, traffic getting by a lot quicker than it was earlier this morning, as Kim DeGiulio mentioned. You'll want to stick with us here at Local 4 and on clickondetroit.com throughout the day. We're going to continue to keep you updated with up-to-the-minute information. Right now, we want to get to some breaking news just into the Local 4 newsroom. The former Minnesota police officer who said she confused her gun for a taser that killed a black man has learned her sentence. Her name is Kim Potter. There's her photo, her mugshot. She was sentenced now to 16 months in prison. She was also sentenced to 6 months of supervised release. She was convicted in December of first and second degree manslaughter in the death of that young man that you just saw there. He's 20-year-old Dante Wright. He was murdered by her, during a traffic stop. In other news this afternoon, fire crews are still on the scene of that massive fire at Oakland Hills Country Club in Bloomfield Township. Sky 4 was over the scene earlier this morning as crews worked to put out the hot spots. It's so sad to see it look like this. The majestic clubhouse was built about 100 years ago in 1922, and it caught fire Thursday morning. Investigators say they found the fire in the central building's attic, and before it spread, firefighters were able to go in and save some of the historic items and pass them to a line of employees who were waiting outside the clubhouse. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but look at how extensive the damage is. The cause of the fire is still being investigated. The world will remember. That's the warning the U.S. Secretary of State leveled at Russia amid threats it will invade Ukraine. President Biden is going to be addressing the country at 4 o'clock this afternoon as his administration has shifted diplomatic talks into high gear in an all-out effort to prevent a war. Bree Jackson is on Capitol Hill with the details.
White House officials say President Biden will hold a call today with major allies, including world leaders from France, Germany, and NATO. Among other things, they'll discuss Russia's military buildup and efforts to pursue diplomacy.
Will happen within the next several days.
Mounting urgency as President Biden says there's evidence Russia is moving toward an imminent invasion.
Every indication we have is they're prepared to go into Ukraine, attack Ukraine.
The Biden administration also accusing Russia of staging a false flag operation to justify going in.
It could be a fabricated so-called terrorist bombing inside Russia, the invented discovery of a mass grave, a staged drone strike against civilians.
Russia's ambassador to the UN says the accusations are baseless and insists that Russia has no plans to attack. This as the Russian Defense Ministry releases more video of what it says shows troops pulling back from Ukraine's borders. U.S. officials dispute those claims. Today's security conference in Munich will address the conflict.
We are also committed, if Russia takes aggressive action, to ensuring there will be severe consequence.
Another warning sign, a rise in shelling along the front line. Both sides pointing the finger after a kindergarten was damaged. Police releasing this video of children being evacuated to safety. Also on Thursday, Moscow expelled the second most senior diplomat from the U.S. Embassy in Russia. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin continuing the diplomatic push while in Poland today.
The United States, in lockstep with our allies and partners, including Poland, has offered Mr. Putin a path away from crisis and towards greater security.
The U.S. urging Russia to come to the negotiating table with hopes of preventing a war. Secretary of State Blinken plans to meet with Russia's foreign minister next week in Europe, providing that Russia does not invade Ukraine. In Washington, I'm Bree Jackson for NBC News.
All right, Bree, thank you. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan, along with EPA officials, discussed the city's $15 million program to protect residential basements from flood damage. The program will assist homeowners in protecting their home by installing a backwater valve or a sump pump. Phase 1 of the program is going to launch this spring in the Aviation Sub and Victoria Park neighborhoods. Homeowners in the 11 identified neighborhoods are eligible to apply for the program starting today.
What we can do is take the 11 neighborhoods in the low-lying areas and go directly in and help those folks harden their basements, protect them against the flood. That's something we can do in the next couple of years to protect for the long run.
The city is prepared to pay up to $6,000 per household to help protect them from backups. Mayor Duggan says that the program will use Detroit-based contractors. All right, still to come here on Local 4 News at noon. It's a wintertime tradition in Metro Detroit, and it launches today in a whole new location. We're going to take you live to Royal Oak, where preparations are underway for day 1 of Winter Blast. But before we go to break, don't forget, our 4 o'clock newscast is going to be online today during the Winter Olympics. You can get your news and weather updates still on clickondetroit.com, first at 4. We'll also be live streaming on the Local 4 Plus app, which you can download for free to your smart TV, Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV. It's free, again, and just like downloading an app for your phone, you can do that on your TV. So if you're looking for news at 4 p.m., we got you covered. We're back in a minute.